What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today I'm going to be doing the full review finally on the Umidigi F1. Stay tuned. So first and foremost, we have this little pamphlet that says link to the world. Now if you see right here, we have our SIM ejector tool. We also have a quick start guide in here as well. Next thing that comes in here as well is the phone, obviously, and this actually is going to be coming with a silicone case. So always nice to see a case included. Next thing we have right here is our AC adapter. Now this actually does come with a US adapter, so if you guys want to go ahead and plug this into a US wall socket for anybody who's in the United States, you guys can actually go ahead and do that because Umidigi does provide one for you. Now I don't know where it's at right now, but Umidigi definitely provides it for you. Next thing we get in here is our red data cable right here, and this is going to be USB Type-C if you guys did not know that already. Now I have had one of these adapters and I have been using the 18-watt charging, and I have to say it's very quick charging. Now, starting off with the build, this is an all-plastic polycarbonate phone. Contrary to what everyone believes, this has no metal whatsoever, and the only other material we see on this device that is not plastic or polycarbonate, if you guys want to be fancy, is the glass screen right here. So far though, for about $250, the build hasn't bothered me too much, as it still does feel quite comfortable in my hand due to somewhat of a rounded back and a long screen. And with a plastic back comes potential capability for NFC, which this phone actually does have. So if you guys think this still has a metal back, impossible, because this actually has NFC. Now, metal backs do not work with NFC at the moment, so just gonna go ahead and put that out there. So yes, I would rather have NFC with this phone than none with a metal or premium material back. I honestly like the plastic back a little bit more because it usually does last a bit longer. If I drop this on the concrete, it's not gonna shatter, it's not gonna scratch, it's plastic. It honestly stands the test of time. But this does have NFC, so if you guys want to use Google Watt or any other application that utilizes NFC, that is always an option. Now next, as far as the screen goes, it's probably my favorite part. We have this pretty crisp 6.3 inch 2340 by 1080p screen that has a pretty high pixel density at 409 ppi. The viewing angles on this phone are also quite good. You're not going to have any problem viewing it at any angle. Now I don't know why you would view it like this, but if you guys are viewing it like this, you guys are not going to have any problem. It's not going to desaturate. You guys aren't going to get worse colors. It's going to look really good at any angle. And the best part, we have a teardrop notch. Now I know this is subjective, but I really do like the teardrop notch compared to something like iPhone's huge rectangular notch. It looks much more elegant and also gives you more screen real estate. Now watching videos and movies is definitely going to be an enjoyable experience, and the speaker is actually pleasantly above average. And as for the rest of the device, we have a 3.5mm head jack, we have our USB Type-C port, we have a speaker at the bottom right there as well. Right side, we have our volume up and down button. We also have our power button right below that. Left side of the device, we do have our SIM tray. Top of the device, we do have a noise canceling mic. Now, as I said before, on the front of the screen, we do have that 16 megapixel camera, but just above that, tucked away a little bit, is our headset, which is a really nice place because we can barely see it. So definitely really good design language, Umidigi. We also have our dual camera on the back of the device. Now this is going to be a 16 and 8 megapixel shooter with a flash right in the middle. The other thing we see on the back of this device is our fingerprint sensor. Now this was probably my only issue about this build, but this fingerprint sensor has no depth whatsoever. Now what I mean by that is we have a very shallow impression inside the phone's body, which makes it really hard, especially in a dark environment, to actually see if this is the fingerprint sensor or not. I wish this would have been engrooved a little bit deeper, but other than that, it works about 8 out of 10 times, so it's pretty solid. But in all honesty, I find myself using facial recognition as it is much more reliable. Now, next up, the service I used on this device was Metro by T-Mobile. It's different in everyone else's area, as most services are, but in Southern California and in Phoenix, Arizona area, I had no problem getting 4G. This device also had HD calling, so it's going to sound really clear for both parties. Now, taking a look under the hood, we have a MediaTek Helio P60 with an octa-core processor clocked in at 2 GHz. We also have 4 GB of RAM in this device and 128 GB gigabytes of internal storage. So far though, this device has been quite snappy. I've definitely liked this device so far as its speed and fluidity. Now, if we do go into settings right here, I'm going to go and show you that we actually have Android 9.0, which is great to see because that is the latest and greatest software. And as you guys see, we have Android 9.0. So we have Android Pie on this device, which is great to see. Definitely a up for Umidigi. Now, as far as gaming goes, this device has been running like a champ. If you guys saw my last video on the Umidigi F1, the gaming was perfect on this device. I actually ran PUBG mobile on full graphics, full frame rate, and it ran perfectly. So as far as gaming goes, this is definitely a gaming beast when it comes to the budget territory. There's not many phones that are going to beat this device. Next thing, I want to get into the camera. Obviously, we have the 16 megapixel front facing camera, and we have the 16 plus 8 megapixel rear facing camera. I'm going to go ahead and show you some samples of the videos and photos I've taken on this device, but all in all, for $220, this device is an absolute beast. I do not have anything to complain about for $220. Alright guys, so this is the front facing camera on the Umidigi F1, and this is baby Kipper, my kitten I just got. But this is the front facing camera in good lighting right here. We're going to turn the light off in a second, but I think the strong suit of the Umidigi F1 definitely has to be the front facing camera. Looks really good. This is the 16 megapixel front facing camera. We're going to go ahead and turn the lights off though and show you how it looks. So the lights are now off and did get a little bit noisier. Other than that, still looks pretty decent. How do you think it looks, Kipper? Looks good? Definitely looks decent in low light. We're going to do some more tests later on. But so far, really decent camera, especially for $260. Now, the last and final thing I wanted to talk about on this device, didn't want to spend too much time on this device because I am going to be having a few more videos I'm going to be making on here, such as tips and tricks, the full camera review, and other stuff like that. But the battery on this device is absolutely amazing battery. I've had this device last all day on one charge, so really good stuff right here. This is going to last you through work, this is going to last you through school, all the way until you're about to go to bed. So amazing battery life, probably one of the best battery lives I have seen on a budget device to date right now. So really good stuff, Umidigi. So yeah, other than that, is this phone worth the $220 that Umidigi is asking on Amazon? I would say yeah. This device is a great device, definitely a great option. Checks a lot of the boxes, I believe, in the budget territory. If you guys do need a big screen at Full HD, NFC, a decent battery, and a beautiful display, then look no further because the Umidigi F1 is going to be a great device for you. Not to mention that this does work in the United States on 4G, on GSM carriers, and this does have Android 9.0 Pie. Just an all-around decent phone for $220. Honestly, there is no reason to even go into the mid-range territory if you guys do have this device. I believe this phone would definitely suffice if you guys needed something anywhere close to this or anywhere close to the price range. So under $250, Umidigi F1 is definitely a go. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you are not a part of the Tech Gang already. Also, hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.